Court calls the case People versus David. Is it Baru?
We're ready.
Morning, Your Honor. Jamil Williams for Superior Township.
May it please the court, Daniel Reed appearing as the attorney for Mr. Moore. No. I'm sorry. David Baru. David Baru, Your Honor. I'm sorry. You handed me the wrong file, Your Honor. This is my staff. I love my staff. David Baru. If I'd seen you, I'd have known which case it was. It's not guilty.
No, it's okay. You're all good. I used to have that problem. Now, whenever I call, people show up. So
you have 7 people on Zoom at the same time. It's really funny.
It
I
is.
want somebody to make a video after all this is over, all the different things that happen on Zoom.
All right. What are we doing on your client's business? Mr. Baru here?
Yeah, Mr.
Oh,
Baru.
yep, there he is.
State your name for the record, young man.
David Baru.
Can we see you? Thank you.
Yes, I can see him. All right. What are we doing on his cases?
But this is a pretrial, Your Honor. We try to get in contact with the prosecutor to see if there's some resolution short of hearing. We wanted to keep the matter here if we could. Is the prosecutor available, or has he looked at this?
Oh, he's here.
Mr. Prosecutor or Miss Prosecutor, whatever the case may be.
Yes, Mr. Prosecutor. So for this, I'm willing to offer allowing an ineligible person to drive for the DWLS charge and dismiss the open intoxicants in the vehicle
That sounds like
DWLS.
okay. That is something we will accept at this time. My client knows all this, so he's willing to do that. He's been advised of his rights.
So on case 128, it will be allowing an eligible driver
Correct, Your Honor.
under 326. Then I'll plead to that. Count 2, count 1 would be dismissed. And then on the other matter, that entire case would be dismissed. That's the court's understanding.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Mr. Baru, could you raise your right hand, please, sir? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah.
State your name for the record.
David Baru.
You can put your
Sir,
hand down.
you can put your hand down. Sir, it's this court's understanding that you're going to plead guilty to the charge of allowing an eligible driver to operate a motor vehicle that is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and or a $100 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
I understand.
Still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
January 30th, 2022, at the location of Getty's Road in Superior Township, Washtenaw County, state of Michigan. Did you have custody or control of a motor vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Did you allow someone who was otherwise ineligible to operate that motor vehicle that could include yourself?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, have I complied with the court rule and would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
People are satisfied, Your Honor.
Defense is satisfied, John.
Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed in that case. And also case 22-129 is dismissed in its entirety. Anything you or your attorney want to say before I impose sentence?
Yes, Your Honor. We appreciate the court and the prosecution in regards to resolving this matter. We'd ask the court to have some consideration. I've been working with this young man, getting him back on track. He is moving in the right direction. He's gainfully employed, and how do I know? Because I've employed him for his wonderful abilities and service that he renders regarding some household renovations. But, Your Honor, we'd ask this court to have mercy on him at this time. He's been overwhelmed with a lot of different things that are going on in his life, but we'd ask the court to, if the court assesses a fine, that it be a reasonable fine, and we know this court is very reasonable. And we'd ask this court to allow this young man to continue to straighten out his life. Respect.
Mr. Reed is good. But see, here's what I know. If Mr. Reed is paying him, that means he was getting big money. And so, no.
I love you, Judge. And that wonderful collar you have on today, too. Now you got it in red.
Yes, sir.
I like that. Yes, sir.
All right. Fines and costs of $250. I'll suspend 90 days in jail. Young man, how can you get that paid?
You give me like a couple weeks, I can.
You need 30 days, is that what you said?
He wants
Yeah.
30 days in jail? What did
No,
he
30
say?
days to pay.
I'm having problems. No, I'm kidding.
I'm like,
I charge
April-
a lot. He needs 30 days.
Pay it by April 30th. Can you get it done by then, young man?
yes, sir.
All right, April 30th, 2022. Thank you.
You've been most
Thank you.
reasonable as always. Good to see you.
Good to see you, sir.
All right.
Always a pleasure.
Talk. Thank you.
Court calls the case of the People versus Blake. Is it Saleh? Saleh?
And Jesse Ojek with the
Yes, it's
Ann Arbor
solid.
Township.
Oh, Your Honor, I'm sorry. James Gallagher, Assistant Public Defender, on behalf of Mr. Saleh. I didn't realize he was here, Your Honor. I tried contacting him yesterday. Perhaps, I know I don't want to slow down the dock with a breakout room, but perhaps would the court allow an adjournment in light of that?
I'm pleading guilty. I don't know who you are, but I'm pleading guilty.
I will just say for the record, if he was going to file, if he filed an appeal, I was going to give him a break, so. He didn't have to succeed at his appeal, but if he got it filed, I'd be giving him a break, so I'm not, if he wants to plead guilty, that's up to him, but. There was an offer out there.
Mr. Saleh, did you want to try and take advantage of the offer?
Yeah, the offer was driving without a license or not having a license presentable.
Well, you're charged with driving while license suspended.
Yeah,
Or the-
and the agreement was to plead guilty to not having an operator's license presentable.
Well, if he filed an appeal, I would have given him 257,326.
All right. Okay, so you give a 326 if you filed an appeal.
Yes,
Got it.
it's just filing it. I don't make them go through with it because you have to have the deal. before-
Understood.
Right.
Understood. Okay, so Mr. Salat, have you filed an appeal regarding your driver's license?
No, I have not.
Okay, let me ask you this next question. In the future, are you intending to do so?
I plan on moving to a different state. I only came back here because of the COVID, and I'm already relocating, and I'm gonna be getting my license there.
Well, the problem's gonna be that you may not be able to.
Yeah,
They already-
That's why,
They already
That's what-
approved it.
Yeah, okay, I get it, but that may get kicked back. Sir, let me just say this to you, and I know you want to get it done, which is why you were going to plead guilty.
Yeah.
What I don't want to see is I don't want to see you jamming yourself up in the future. And I see this happening because while the other state may have approved it, I'm not sure because states differ as to how they go through that process, that somebody's going to look and somebody's going to catch that your only Michigan driver's license is a 625G permit that you're operating on. Once they, pardon?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a permit that comes out of an operating while intoxicated or operating while impaired or operating under the influence of a controlled substance. Basically, a drunk driving offense.
Yeah, this all happened when I was younger, as an adolescent adult.
No, I hear you. And that may work for the state. But I just don't want to see you going someplace thinking you got a license, and then next thing you know, you're back at square one, and then trying to come back here and try to unravel it. Okay. just trying to think of the best way to do this. It would seem to me when are you planning on moving, sir? Getting yourself relocated?
As soon as all this is handled, I'm planning on relocating.
You're out of here, huh? Okay. Let me try it this way. Mr. Ojak, Mr. Gallagher, you understand what I'm indicating. I'm trying to indicate to Mr. Salah. So
Yes.
okay.
Yes, Your Honor. I will say, if he wants to take care of it today, I would let him plead a 301. That might help him, but it's still not as good a deal, so. I don't know. I'm just,
Let me ask this question. If he were to provide to the prosecutor's office proof at least that he's been approved in another state,
I will
Or-
take that.
you'll take that
Okay.
and you'd give him a 306 or
Yes,
326?
326, yes.
Okay, beautiful. Mr. Gallagher, you agree with that process with that?
I'm
If
not.
he gets the 320?
I'm not going to be doing any of that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, you can lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink. What do you want to do, sir? You want to plead guilty to this charge?
Yes.
Let it happen? Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
And just so the record is clear, Mr. Gallagher, he's doing that over your advice.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Sir, raise your
Your
right
Honor.
hand.
Based on him moving out of the state, though, I will let him plead to 301 and that may help or may not.
And what's the 301?
Well, I'm not going to go through this.
Okay,
You don't want to do anything. You want to plead to this charge, then you can plead to this charge. I've got other people waiting that really know what they want to do. So
Okay.
what do you want to do, sir?
I'm pleading guilty.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your name for the record.
Blake Saleh.
Sir, it is this court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of driving while license suspended, denied, and or revoked. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to a $500 fine plus court costs, and your vehicle is subject to immobilization. You understand that?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
You can put down your hand. Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to have witnesses speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent and not have that silence used against you. And you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes.
Are you on probation?
No.
Are you on parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes.
of your own free will
Yes.
because you believe that you are indeed guilty of this offense?
Yes.
December 11, 2021, at the location of Plymouth Road near Dixboro, Ann Arbor Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Was your driver's license or privilege to drive in the state of Michigan suspended, denied, and or revoked at that time?
Yes.
And did you know it to be so?
No.
Are you disputing that you got notice at your last known address of notice of your revocation of your license?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you disputing that the Secretary of State sent notice to you at your last known address that your license was revoked?
No, I'm not. I'm not disputing. I didn't. At last I got was that it was expired.
I can only state, I've looked at your driver record, it's revoked, which is where you're gonna have the problem in the other state. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule and would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
city is satisfied, township satisfied.
Defense is satisfied, Judge.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to this charge. Sir, anything you want to say before I do impose sentence?
No, I did not. I apologize, and I'm not gonna make that mistake again.
Fines and costs of $495. I'll suspend 93 days in jail. When can you pay the $495?
Within a month. 30 days.
Pay it by April 30th,
Okay,
2022. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Yana. Now I'm all done.
All right. Thank you for the wonderful morning, Mr. OJ. All right. Take care. Court does call the case of People versus Christopher Hamilton. Superior Township.